they reminded us that in spite of the allocation accrued to Benue State, and in spite of the bailout funds amounting to over 20 billion that he had received in 2 installments of 10 billion each, and in addition to the huge sums of money that Benue State collected from Pirates Club refund, Governor Ortom has not and is not paying salaries to Benue workers as and when due, including teachers, local government employees, and the state civil servants. He's owing some of them as much as 12-month salaries, some more than 15-month salaries, 16-month salaries. And so the entire economy of Benue State that survived largely on civil servants' salaries is to that extent compromised. Of course, what is not readily obvious to many, and they told us, is the fact that those of our elders who had built houses as part of their rural retirement benefit strategy, which they rent out to civil servants, and who expect to live on rent paid by civil servants who are tenants, the fact that the entire civil service and public service workers in Benue are not being paid means that they, in turn, are defaulting in the payment of their rents. And of course, it doesn't require a seasoned economist to also understand the implication of this on the market women and market men, and therefore the commercial life of the people of Benue State. So this element alone substantially explains a vicious cycle of poverty in Benue State that has been deepened under Governor Ortom. The second is that they draw attention to the fact that Governor Ortom has complicated by his own actions and poor judgment the security situation in Benue State. And they draw attention to the fact that some of those who have been arrested in respect of killings in Benue were people who have been associated with Governor Ortom, including people who have been in his employment, including, in particular, a guy who was known to have been involved in Boko Haram activities and who he knowingly recruited to manage what they call a forestry guide or things like that. These people, as we speak, have been arrested and they have been in police custody. And for any man of honor, if an appointee of a governor is involved in heinous crime, including killing, that would be enough for a governor to worry about. Instead, Governor Tom played up the ethnic dimension of criminality, whereas in truth, some of those who have been killed were killed not by Muslims, they were killed by Christians of Benue State origin, including those he had employed. And as we speak, they have been in police detention from the time that they were arrested, to the knowledge of everyone. So his attempt to explain away criminality by playing up ethnic divide is unhelpful to what he should do as governor to manage the situation better. After all, those in Benue State have always been there, by whatever description. And Governor Ortom's predecessors, including Suswan and Suswan's predecessors, had found ways to manage this diversity. So Ortom's capacity to manage it and even to seek to make political capital out of the death of Benue people is most unfortunate. Because I believe that even in politics, there should be a level of morality. It is important that this point which has been made, that Nigerians understand that the condemnable killings of 2 Reverend Fathers and some Christians in a church, those who have confessed to this crime include people who had worked with Governor Ortom. And these killings were done few weeks after one of these Reverend fathers in a church sermon was extremely critical of the governance of Benue State and of the governor, of the style of governance under Governor Ortom. And his price, obviously, that few weeks after this sermon, in which he was very critical of Ortom, including amplifying the damage done to family life by the non-payment of salaries that he had to pay with his dear life, not a few thought that even Ortom himself cannot possibly celebrate that. But for us, the shock is that I'm not about to suggest that Governor Ortom might have asked anyone to go and kill anyone, but that those involved in these killings, some of them are people of Benue State origin, and they are Christians. That is not to deny that some herdsmen have also been involved in the killings. But the responsibility of any governor is not to seek to manipulate this, but to confront it squarely. The fourth issue that our leaders in Benue State draw attention to is the fact that for 3.5 years that Ortom has been in office, he cannot point at any concrete project that he had carried out. He can't point to any road that has been commissioned or any major structure or infrastructural development that can be credited to him. When the APC leaders asked him this question last week, because, to respond to these allegations, that whereas the vice president had visited other states and the president to commission projects, among others, in Benue they have only visited to pay condolence visits because there have been no projects on ground. It is okay to lament the absence of federal presence. What is the explanation for absence of state presence in Benue State? His argument is that he had diverted a lot of the resources to security issues. And that raises the question, can you be spending 22 billion in the name of security, and yet the people are more and more insecure? And if you accept that he has been spending money on security, it means that he appreciates that he has a responsibility as the chief security officer to secure lives and property, and not simply pass the buck. So I felt scandalized this afternoon watching him talking about he has to live where he is, in APC, because if you left your house to another house and you find that your people are not safe there, you have to return back to where you're coming from. To be honest, I am relieved as national chairman, and I believe the entire leadership of our party, particularly Benue State, is relieved that Ortom has returned to where he came from and the club that he actually belonged to. A club whose primary philosophy is share the money, not develop communities. And so we now have a clean platform to look and search for a credible Benue citizen that can provide the kind of leadership that the great people of Benue State deserve. Not someone that seeks to make political capital out of human graves and celebrating the death of his own people. As a party, we condemn any life that has been wasted by criminals, whether in Benue State or indeed in any other part of Nigeria.
Welcome to First View Luxury Hotel. At First View Luxury Hotel, we offer excellent service. Our rooms have all the necessary facilities to make your stay comfortable and memorable. You will also have access to internet service, breakfast, 24-hour power supply, full air condition, free international calls, free tire pumping service, and free car battery charge. So what are you waiting for? Quickly visit First View Luxury Hotel. We are located at number 1 Adeline Obamishile off Raji Rasaki Road, First Estate, Amuwo, Odofin First Start, Lagos. For more information or reservation, please call us on 080-7578-7135 or 080-9990-9085. 0601. You can also take advantage of our online ongoing promo at www.4zhotel.com to make your reservation and payment for your favorite room, which attracts a discount rate. Please note, rooms are reserved based on first come, first serve. 4Z Luxury Hotel. Experience the home of comfort. They come.